Something really fundamental is shifting in the world of personal technology. By 2026, we're not just getting faster phones, we're actually stepping into a new era of intelligence that lives right in your pocket, and it's completely independent of the internet. We're calling it silicon sovereignty, and in this explainer, we're going to break down what this on-device AI revolution really means for you. And that right there, that's the core idea. For the very first time, we have powerful, responsive, and truly personal AI that doesn't need to phone home to a distant server. I mean, it's totally untethered, completely private, and yeah, it's happening right now.
So what makes this a revolution and not just another upgrade? Well, it's because we're talking about a shift in the very nature of what a smartphone even is.
Okay, to really get the scale of this leap, just think about this. In 2026 alone, smartphone AI processing speed rocketed up by an incredible 47%. And look, this is not just a spec bump. This is the raw power that unlocks stuff like real-time language translation and on-device video editing, things that were, basically impossible just a little while ago.
But honestly, beyond the numbers, it's really about what that power gives you. It boils down to freedom, personal sovereignty over your own data, the freedom to use powerful AI without having to beam all your personal info, your chats, your pictures, even your health data off to some server owned by who knows who.
All right, so how does this actually play out in the real world? Like, what can your phone do now with all this new freedom and power? Let's get into it.
Okay, picture this. You're traveling, and you're having a real-time conversation with someone in their native language, with your phone translating instantly. And you don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need a data plan, nothing. You can even point your camera at a menu or a sign and just see it translated on your screen. This just completely vaporizes language as a barrier. And then, just think about the creative side of things. So instead of you spending hours trying to edit videos, your phone's AI director can look through your clips, pick out the best moments, add the perfect soundtrack, and spit out a professional-looking movie in just a few seconds. And the best part? It's all happening securely, right there on your device.
You know those personal assistants we're all used to? Yeah, they're pretty much becoming a thing of the past. These new on-device assistants, they can handle super complex, multi-step requests, they understand the context of what's on your screen, they can even write code for you. And all of this is happening completely offline. It's like having a real assistant that actually respects your privacy for once.
And this might just be the most profound superpower of them all. Your phone is becoming a personal health monitor. I mean, just by analyzing a photo of your eye, it could spot the early signs of diabetes. It might identify suspicious changes on your skin. And of course, because it's all on device, that incredibly sensitive health data, it never, ever leaves your control.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how is any of this even possible? Well, the magic isn't just in the software. It's happening deep down inside the hardware, in the actual silicon that powers your phone.
Right at the heart of this whole revolution, there's this fierce competition going on. We've got Apple, Qualcomm, and MediaTek locked in this high-stakes race to build the smartest mobile chip in history. And what's really cool is that each one is taking a totally different approach to win. So let's break down the players, right? Apple, with its A19 Pro, is really doubling down on its neural engine. That makes it awesome for running those big language models right on the phone. Then you have Qualcomm's Snapdragon, which is all about what they call agentic AI. Basically, it can proactively get stuff done for you without you even having to ask. And finally, MediaTek's Dimensity chip is using a mixture of experts approach, which is a technique that was pretty much only possible on giant servers until now.
All right, let's talk raw horsepower. We measure this in something called TOPS, or trillions of operations per second. And as you can see, Qualcomm's Snapdragon is just leading the pack here with a wild 45 trillion operations every single second. I mean, these numbers just give you a sense of the mind-boggling speed at which these new chips can actually think.
So where does all this speed come from? The key is a specialized piece of hardware called the Neural Processing Unit, or NPU. The easiest way to think about it is like a dedicated AI brain inside your phone, designed to do one thing, AI calculations, and do it unbelievably fast.
Really, it all comes together thanks to three key innovations working in concert. First, you've got the NPU. That's the brain doing all the heavy lifting. Then you have unified memory, which is like this superhighway for data, letting the brain access info instantly. And finally, you've got smart power management. Think of that as the engine, making sure all this incredible intelligence doesn't just kill your battery in an hour.
Okay, so we've seen the tech, we've seen the cool new features. Now let's kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture. How does this whole on-device AI revolution actually, transform our world?
This really shows the fundamental difference. With the old way cloud AI, your data gets sent off to a server. That makes it slower and you're totally dependent on an internet connection. But with on-device AI, everything stays on your phone. You get responses that are practically instant, we're talking under half a second, and it just works anywhere, anytime. It's just a huge, clear win for both privacy and performance.
And a shift like this, it changes everything about how we value our devices. The whole conversation is moving away from just raw specs, like, how many megapixels the camera has. The new benchmark, the big question everyone's going to be asking is simply, how smart is your phone?
And of course, this creates massive ripple effects across the entire industry. People are now making buying decisions based on AI features. Even the big cloud giants like ChatGPT have to adapt, releasing smaller models that can run on your phone. And what's maybe most exciting is that this just opens up a whole new universe for developers to create apps we haven't even dreamed of yet.
And hey, make no mistake, this isn't some passing fad. The projections are pretty clear. By 2028, we're looking at over 95% of all smartphones sold being packed with this kind of powerful on-device AI. This is the new standard. It's the future of mobile, and it's coming at us really, really fast.
So, when you boil it all down, the main takeaway is this. We're not just watching another hardware upgrade cycle. This is a truly fundamental change in the relationship we have with our most personal device. Our phones are literally evolving from being just tools into being intelligent companions.
And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty big question. When your device can understand you, anticipate what you need, create things for you, and even protect you, all while keeping your privacy completely intact, has it stopped being just a tool? Is it now your partner? That's the future, and it's already sitting right there in your pocket.